Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
So, we have been discussing about the development of integrated mine closure. We brought and discussed various aspects. Now, there is sometimes this integrations. One more issue is there, that is your how your corporate social responsibility can be also integrated with environmental management plan, and that can be led to your a effective mine closure. So, effective mine closure through integration of corporate social responsibility and environmental plan is another aspects. Maybe we will be discussing sometime in the later class, but one thing is there, that the whole area of integrated mine closure is to see that after the mine is closed, what is available there. These are mostly waste or the rejected things. That means the mining company could not convert it for their benefit or uses, that is why it have left. So, that means the post mining site is full of waste. That means waste could be a solid waste, maybe they are liquid waste, maybe they are that is a post uses, whatever is there, that is a waste. A building which they were using for their mine office, now the mine is not being able to handle for their purpose, so that mine office is a waste for them now. So, whatever is left by the mining company are waste. Now, that waste, how can we convert it to a wealth? Because the mining company may wind up their operations and go, but the society, the people who have started their residence and living there, their children, they will be continuing to stay in that place. So, it is the responsibility for the mining company as well as the government that to see that this waste which has been left by the mining company can be converted to a wealth. So, that is where today we will be discussing about what is post mining, that is your mine site waste to wealth conversion. So, our objective is to convert the waste to wealth. So, this is exactly the concept of our mine site conversion. That site conversion, a site which was used for some other purposes and it was there, now the whole site need to be converted to other, that is where the waste will be converted to wealth. And that wealth creation from waste in the post mining site, that things, that means which have been discarded as there is no value, how will do it. So, there are many closed mines, there are some abandoned mines. So, those and closed and abandoned mine sites, how can we create some economic assets? That means whether it is, if you can have an asset or a safe open space we create, which is which can give a lot of value to the neighboring community, and for that we will have to scientifically evaluate the post mining site, and there a multidisciplinary transformational effort will be necessary. You will have to see the chemistry of it, we will have to see the geotechnical stability, the physics of it, we will have to know the vegetations and things, how that is your biology will be coming into over there. There could be your sociologist may find out that how it will be exactly contributing, economist may come in, so that is they will be finding out, the businessman may find out that exactly where there are still certain things a business plan can be developed over there. So, this is an interdisciplinary and a multidisciplinary effort will have to go there for converting the waste to wealth. Now, that what is wealth we need to understand very clearly. In economics, that is whatever commodity that satisfy our demand is a wealth. If it cannot satisfy our demand, then it is not a wealth, or if it is freely available, then also it is not a wealth. In a village where there is a plenty of your water by digging a well, their water is not a wealth. But if you are having a such a well in city where there is everywhere scarcity of water, and if your well is giving good water and taking over there, that water is a big wealth for you. So, that is what the community wealth building. Now, when a mining is closed, there they have left a community. For that community locally, how you can convert the remaining in that or whatever is there in a closed or abandoned mine, can it be a wealth for the community there? How will you do the wealth building? That wealth could be a non-personal wealth. That means it is nobody's property, but everybody get benefit of it. That is a non-personal wealth. Now, mine scarred land, exactly after the mining is there, what are this land is scarred by mine? There could be a heaps of things, there could be barren, there is nothing, no vegetations. They have taken the overburden from the depth of say 30 meter, 40 meter depth rock without any that is your soil in that is spread over here. So, that is what exactly the situation. This terminology need to be known very well, that what is wealth, what is the community wealth building, what is the mine scarred land, and after this class I hope that you will be able to conceptualize the activities for the post mining land and explain a process necessary for brownfield development. That word brownfield, it exactly when a particular operation say uses has been done, after that whatever is left is called your brownfield. If you remember at a very beginning of introduction of our this subject, I told you there were some activities of the brownfield development of the eastern coalfield closed mines near Raniganj coalfield. There are a lot of area where earlier there were abandoned, and on that I think I referred you the article to read by D.T. Borua and my one paper on the brownfield redevelopment of eastern coalfield. You can read that, how remote sensing and GIS has been used for the brownfield redevelopment. So, this brownfield word should be known to you, that the post mining site is a brownfield, and that needs to be redevelopment, and then it could be a green field for another business. So, that conversion is necessary. Now, let us keep a little bit of, I think all of you have studied economics, you know what is wealth. But this we take a definition like the sum total of the measured real goods or money value of the valuable economic resources that a person, community, society or a country possesses is called wealth. That when we are considering a post mining site, there may be different uses could be there, and there we assign an economic value, and if you take a sum of it, that is the wealth. So, whether the mine site after mining, how much it is a wealth for the society will be depending on how exactly we can bring uses to it, and that uses are converted to a economic or as a cost or a price value to it. The most common measure of the wealth is the net worth. That is again, wealth is measured as your what is the total market value of all physical and intangible assets owned, and if you subtract all the debts or the cost which is to be maintained for maintaining the value, this is called your net worth. So, when you want to do a mine closure planning or a sustainability planning, you will have to know the net worth of the site. That is, because you do not have the deposit at the beginning of the mining, when there were a virgin field and because there were the all sellable coal or mineral, that's why the net worth was a very high, and that's why you started the mining over there. But as you use, its net worth goes on reducing, and then when at some time they find it is no more having any value, they discard it, and we say it is a post mining site. Now in that post mining site also, for certain other purposes that could be having some wealth. So that is where their wealth concept for the mining site. The concept of wealth is usually applied only to scarce economic goods. That is, as I said, the water in the villages, they are not wealth, but in the city it is scarcity is there. Wherever there is a scarcity, there is a value is assigned to it, and then it is becoming a wealth. Now goods that are abundant and free for everyone provide no basis for relative comparison across individual, and that's why it is no more any wealth. Wealth is not income. That is also very important thing you must remember, that income is a flow, it is a variable, every month it is coming a monthly income, but the wealth measures the amount of valuable economic goods that have been accumulated at a given point of time. Whatever that, as I said, before the mining operation started, at that time that site was its wealth value was, that the net worth was very high at that point of time. As you have exploited it, its value reduced. So that's why the remaining, it is for a particular uses, it has lost its all value. So that's why wealth is not income, it is at a particular time whatever it is there. And then another terminology you may be hearing about called generational wealth, that is the assets passed down to the successive familial generations. Your father got some wealth from your grandfather got his from his father, then you will be giving some wealth to your son. That is a generational wealth in a family. But this also true for a community. Say the village where I was there, in that village there was a grassland. I am from Assam. In Assam, the villages which were constructed by the design of Sri Shankardev in 15th century, all villages had a grassland, and that is your non-personal wealth for the village in the form of a temple or in the form of a library, that used to be there a part. And then the grasslands which were there, which were for a grazing field, then about 20 years ago the government there, they distributed it to some of the Bangladeshis and others who were landless to them, and now those grasslands are not there. So these generations, that my previous generation, then the previous generation, for centuries they were getting that societal wealth, because the grazing land were there, every family had their cattle, they could get their manure, their agricultural products were there, a sustainable plan was there. But now, because that politically the grassland has been removed for giving settlement to the landless who were coming from different country, and as a result this your generational wealth has reduced. Same thing in the mine closure, that the mines were there, before that it has a different use. Now if you cannot retain it for generating wealth for the next generation, then it will be having a situations like that. Now those Assamese villages, they are now becoming poorer and they are becoming almost powerless because of this other that external influence coming over there. So same thing will happen. That means the community who are living near to the mining field, during the mining time, it has a lot of wealth were coming to them. They had also the flow of income, because there were the net worth was there and it was able to generate that. But now if your post mining mine site, you do not convert whatever is left to a wealth, then your community sustainability will be reduced. That's why when we think of a post mining mine site restoration, we will have to generate this community wealth building. Now, the community wealth building wealth is using underutilized local assets to make the community more vibrant. Near the community now we are having the post mining barren land, that heaps of soil, and then there is a nothing grow over there, that what is there to be left, the villagers they don't find anything, whatever the little they will be producing they will be eating, and that maybe if someone comes a little brilliant, may afford it, will go to a neighboring town, if he gets education he will migrate from that village. Like that the migration from that village will start, and if nothing can be developed, you will find that it will be as an abandoned village which were there. If you go to Rajasthan, there were many villages where the people, because of the drought and because of that nothing could be produced, they have migrated. And then if you go to from Jaipur to Jaisalmer by the sides of this, there you will be finding lot of such type of abandoned village and so on. So that situations can be stopped if we can convert, we can develop that wealth building near the community by using whatever is left. So it is about developing assets in such a way that the wealth stays local, that is locally there should be certain wealth, then only the community can survive over there. The community wealth building aims at helping families and communities control their own economic destiny. These are the principles we will have to follow while you are going to work as a mine closure planner. To become a planner, you will have to do a multi-dimensional thinking and bringing into you will have to apply transdisciplinary expertise, and the post mining mine site is left over site after it ceases to be a economic value to the mining company. Mining company has taken the cream of it, they have made profit, they have sent their children abroad, they have been exactly doing all the things over there, they have enjoyed. But the community, there with the leftover assets which does not have any immediate value. So the remaining lands require a conversion to render to generate the community wealth for the local inhabitants, and there comes the challenges. And you as a students of science and technology will have to innovate new applications, new development to convert this post mining site for community wealth building. So there exactly as a mine scarred land, you are having a mine scarred land, and there are many examples you can find out. If you go to the coal mining area, you will find abundant surface and underground mines, you will find abundant coal processing plants, coal washeries, you will be finding abundant piles of mine spoils as a waste waste, then tailing dams, all you will be finding over there. And if your coal mine is just like you're in a Meghalaya or Arunachal or northeast coal fields where the coal is having this high rate of sulfur, you will find that wherever you had this coal stock, from there the acid mine drainage have done, because certain things I know in Meghalaya, some of the coal stocks leachates, they are having pH value as less as 2.0 to 3.0. Such type of acidic water has gone and migrated, they have spoiled some of the things. This is exactly what is there near coal mine. Or you may have some local water bodies, streams, lakes, pools, or the watersheds which might have got affected by that acid mine drainage, that you can find out near the coal mine. Similarly, for the hard rock mine in say iron ore mine, gold mine, copper mine, there you may find abundant surface and underground mines. You go to Borbil area, you will find some of the things that your manganese mines, they left after say about 10-15 years ago, it was mined by Tata and now nobody mining. Similarly, you will find that now some of the private mines which were being operated by say Triveni in Borbil area, now that exactly those mine owner, they have got changed and those mines are exactly no operations is going on. I told you about the asbestos mines of 50s near Saibasa, where exactly all the asbestos white hills are lying with a lot of contamination, that you can find out. That abandoned road structures and then partially a lot of waste rocks and all will be a very dilapidated site you may find as that is your mine scarred land. Then the tailing ponds there, then abandoned smelters will be there, abandoned heap of leaches could be there, abandoned dam constructed there maybe, and there are so many. You will be looking into that thing has become ghostly. If you go to Kolar, you will find those shafts, old buildings, old houses, old clubhouse, old colony, which are now under some of the bush and shrubs have come up over there. And maybe from all that gold mine waste rock heaps, from their leaches might have gone, the soil might have got toxicated, and that toxic level of the soils at a different surrounding, how much it is there, whether the vegetations, that crops or the forest which is around there, their health, is it real? We have not yet studied, we do not know, but that hard rock mining will be leaving it like this. So you know that mine scarred land. So I give you one learning activities you can take up here, that is, make a table of types of contaminants from different sources at the post mining site. The post mining site have got whatever the characteristics by now you know. There will be heaps, there will be the tailing dam, there will be abandoned road, and there could be your abandoned buildings, and from there certain types of contamination may go, maybe acid drainage, maybe dust, maybe your ion migration. So make a list of the different types of contaminations from different sources, make a table for your learning activity. Then waste to wealth conversion at a mine site. What you need to do is the revitalizing the mine site, developing reuse potential. What are the things can be reused to generate wealth? Determining potential future uses of the lands and economic, environmental and social impacts of that reuse. So that means you need to do the treatment of your overburden, that is how you can create soil by bringing soil and then using that whatever the solid, that is organic waste, can be brought from different area. By that treating some things you can plan, and then you will be bringing it so that it can again support your agriculture and other activities. Developing reuse to serve the catalyst for expediting environmental risk reduction, that is whatever the environmental risk it is coming, how you can create a barrier that the risk do not go to the community, and then it can be mitigated. Develop brownfield redevelopment technology, that what type of technology you can bring to redevelop this brownfield so that it can be supporting your local community for some income generation. Then encourage innovative technology options for brownfield investigation and cleanup. You will have to do a cleaning, and then how there your innovations will be necessary, and that innovations could be you're just trying with some natural, whether you can bring a lot of bamboo plantation over there, and then from bamboo you can develop a lot of your artifacts, and then you can get an export market. Why not? Say revitalize, you think something new, revitalizing a mine scarred land into a recreation area with public art pieces that export and honor to the community history. If there is a tribal village thereby, tribal had a lot of their own art and culture type of thing, those art handicrafts what they make, those tools and all, you make a center on that, get the raw materials for that produced in that abandoned mine site, and from there you create an international market for it. As they bring a startup there, they will be getting those things in the name of a post mining or the mine affected or the mine scarred land affected people's product. You can sell it that all the mining companies, their offices and their quarters. If you think of the SAIL or Tata Steel, they have got the mines in the tribal affected area. If they are having say 5 to 10 lakhs of their employee, if 5 to 10 lakhs of employee purchase a calendar with 100 rupees, for which will be having the art, that is each page is by the art of the tribal drawings that they will be drawing, and by that you can easily think 5 lakh into 100 rupees, that is your, that much money can go to those the artists who are residing in those abandoned closed mine area. So that type of business development will have to be there. So, your learning activity here is, imagine you are having a startup company for mine site restoration. Prepare a project proposal to a mining company for new initiatives or at post mining mine site, and in that you prepare that proposal having a title of the project, then the objectives, then your methodology, the workflow diagram, the background information and justification and of that project, and a timeline, and give a budgetary proposal. By that you prepare a proposal. Just like I have given you an example, in the post mining mine site you want to get a center for glorifying and giving honor to the neighboring community for their artifacts, for their drawing, and then you commercialize it. But while you are making your profit and then you are making your livelihood and you are earning for a comfort living, don't neglect the dues to be paid to that community, so that your that particular site could be converted as a community wealth. You are building community wealth over there. What will you do to develop the reuse the post mining mine site? So, you will have to now, as a planner of a mine closure and a sustainability planner, you will have to identification and evaluation of the community involvement activities in abandoned mine and land communities. That in the abandoned mine land communities, there how you will be getting involvement, so that the net worth of the mine site, abandoned mine site, post mining sites, net worth can be increased, because it will be allowing some livelihood to these people. Develop a stakeholders relation. What are the different stakeholders coming for that? Amongst them you will have to develop a relationship, for that there become a synergy to develop a new business. Then long term uses of the development of the mine scarred land, that is you will have to make a long term planning, so that the community can get the services of this waste to wealth conversion. Acquiring information to identify revitalization opportunities, then involving subject matter experts you will have to bring. You can bring, say there are, if you are developing a bamboo and bamboo related products, there could be, the Northeast has got a lot of bamboo related products. If that can be brought into, we can have a big business developed around it. Then using outside assistance with project planning and coordination. The local expertise may not be available. Wherever expertise is available, we will have to bring it. Then arranging facilitation support for an information system, because without information system, without applications of the modern facilities, things and business will not grow. So, that is why you will have to bring that, and developing a web based decision support system for developing and evaluating future reuse scenario. This last one, as a mine closure planner you want to be, as you have taken this course, you can develop such type of web page, and then you can bring more stakeholder to generate ideas and generate business plan for new startups. Now, stakeholders for waste to wealth conversion at mine site, it could be different stakeholders are there. They will have to be engaged in this wealth conversion process. That could be individual citizen, that could be local government and officials, there will be civic groups, some NGOs, then your homeowners associations, contractors union, that your historic cultural organizations, social service organizations, environmental organizations, recreation and tourism interest groups, then your faith based organizations, maybe many of the groups of particular faiths may come into do some activities over there for the community development, business and industry interests, then state and tribal environment and economic development officials, then government officials, mine owners. There are plenty, a plethora of stakeholders, but their resources will have to be put as an investment or a capital, and your efforts will have to convert as a wealth generations in the post mining mine site, and that identifying revitalization opportunities. For that you will have to find out what are the information needs, and for that you will have to get the community background, what is there, prepare a questionnaire. In that questionnaire, what are the economic drivers of the community, that whether it could be manufactured there something, or it can bring a tourism there, people can come to see the shrine and then a very good tourist site, or how close the community to the other population center, the distance from the neighboring town where they can transport their product and they can get some people over there, what kind of assets do individuals and organizations have, what are the technical skills available there, what is the political influence coming into that, what are the fundraising experience where the people can generate fund for some new initiatives, then are there any key landmarks or historical cultural areas that should be preserved and which can exactly attract people over there. If there more people can come, then means more money transactions will take place and then the wealth can be generated. What are the groups of organizations that help create a sense of community, and how do they invite citizens to participate, that is also important. Get point wise response from people. What are the demographics of the community, that is the whoever is living over there, what are their age, what are their that is sex ratio, male female ratio, that is your what are their income, what are their education, what is left with. On that basis you will have to develop your that is waste to wealth conversion strategy. The identification of revitalization opportunities, this information needs also for the previous efforts, what the mining company did, what was the scope of those activities, and then what resources they used. So you get a history of them, and then community revitalization priorities, what the community want. You will also have a proper questionnaire to ask or make a societal survey with the community to find out that what exactly they take as their acceptable things, because that social permission, that is social license to work, is also very important, and for that you will have to get them involved, get them educated, get it over there, and that approach is very very necessary for waste to wealth conversion in a mining site. And that is what is called also another terminology, please go through and read what is called circular economy. That is your 3R principle, exactly whatever you will be reusing, whatever is left with that. Then mine parcel questions, that is related to the mining, has the environmental assessment been done conducted, in that how they have done the mining company, what kind of contamination does the mine site have, who owns the property, and that how they engage for the reusing planning, are there any liability uses at the site, what kind of infrastructure does the site have, all these things, that how the mining company has left or are going to leave, that is more important for identifying. And then developing a conceptual site model will be coming up, where the contamination evaluation for the suitability assessment for redevelopment will have to be done. Then types and volume of the materials, how much exactly the soil, groundwater, surface water, sediment, what are their volume. Then technology selections to address the contamination at the site, then time frame and budget available for cleanup, then the requirements for your outside or offsite for contamination treatment, whether you can do the contamination treatment there locally or you need to get external help. Then your whether there should be a fence as a physical barrier, or there should be an institutional control, that zoning some area that exactly government will give, no, there cannot be any building or any grazing land cannot be created over here, this is a contaminant land. If any milk or any protein is produced from there, it may go to the food chain of people. So you are giving a that prohibitive zoning by institutional control. Then that is your what is the current topography, whether it can be very undulated, it is there, and then how the site characteristics, the soil type and the property, whether it will help in getting some new business, or the contaminants need to be controlled. Then where the present mine shaft opening and the high wall, long wall, and how they have been placed over there, will they create any safety hazards. Then hydrogeological conditions over there, whether the contaminated water is going to damage your whole hydrology of the area. These are the coming in your conceptual site model you need to develop, and once you do it, a community participation and involvement for the cleanup can come up. And as if you see that the mine site cleanup for brownfield redevelopment, a booklet which produced by US EPA, you can see their front cover, in which this is you show exactly a typical in a coal mining or the mining area, there will be a building and all that thing in a dilapidated condition in a closed or abandoned mine, and that one, if you do a treatment redevelopment, you can see a gold ground or a forest land, a recreational site can be created. It is possible. Only thing that waste to wealth conversion basic principles, and we need to do a planned activity, not only by reading that mining technology or mining engineering is not going to help in near future. In the future, mining will have to be, because a large number of mines are now abandoned and closed mines. Your technology expertise will have to be in converting this our abandoned and this is to that community who are living around, and then see that we can convert this area into things. And for that, do a lot of activities on this direction. Plan for developing a grassland and goat farm in post mining land. If any one of you interested to do this as a project or do it as a business plan, come and contact me. I will give you the necessary guideline for it. Outline the activities for producing manufactured sand from the overburden dump containing sandstones, that you will have to do. What are the things to be studied? We can make a chronological or as a step by step. These are the activities to be done. That is right from the characterization of it, knowing the physico-chemical values, knowing that exactly how much energy will be requiring to crush, how much energy input will be requiring to the manufactured sand, so that what will be the cost of 1 ton of manufactured sand from the sandstone lying in the overburden, whether that is your 1 truck of sand, if it is getting sold in say Bangalore about 20,000 rupees. So can you exactly produce this your lying sandstone and take it to Chennai to sell it at a 10,000 rupees a truck? If it is possible, it could be manageable. Then what type of transportation will be coming? The collateral study will have to be made. Then outline the study project to examine potential and obtaining construction materials from the waste dump. Can we have that exactly? If some of the pulverized things are there, can we make some that is in between your some that is a noise barrier can be created on the roadsides, both the roadsides where the heavy traffics are there in our golden quadrangles, and then from there exactly the people are suffering, whether by the side of it, if it is our near to the mines, if then a highway is there, on the highway can you make a noise barrier by the some of the materials can taken over there, that if the transportation cost and all that permits could be there. Then develop a project for evaluating uses of the tailing ponds in the iron ore mines, how much those exactly the whatever minerals are there, do a little bit more investigations into it, what can be or what a new technology can be brought to make another utilization of this. So these type of things are exactly a waste to wealth conversion will take place. So collecting the relevant information, a dynamic work plan, strategies that can guide the course of the project of waste to wealth conversion, and that should be maintaining a flexibility to take decisions and adapt in real time as data are analyzed, which helps achieving significant cost and time saving. You can do a that your data to be collected, and dynamically you can adjust and process and manipulate those data for your waste to wealth conversion. There should be adoption of real time measurement technologies to enable real time gathering, interpreting and sharing of data to support the real time decisions for waste to wealth conversion initiatives. The remote sensing and GIS as a tool can help in this matter. Then contamination due to past activities of disposal practices that may limit the suitability of the site for portion of the site for redevelopment need to be properly assessed and remediated. So risks need to be assessed and the opportunities need to be evaluated, and actions must be planned, and that is your the activities should start. That only will give you waste to wealth conversion in a mindset. Please read the articles, make a list of some keywords for searching in the Google, and from those key search you find out that what are the important articles and matters which can help you in knowledge building, and that once the knowledge building is there, how to invest your knowledge for bringing out that converting this waste to wealth. Thank you very much.